our first rounds here. It's going to be Utility, Pale, and Cut in 4K, taking it on Seed 15 and Seed 14, facing each other. I am joined by Tuhao, and this match is going to get pretty competitive because it is our first match of the day.
Yeah, this is the biggest shopping spree ever with 27 teams participating. We do see Expo on the side of Utility players, so I wonder, the rush is already down. One is down on both sides. Just a battle in mid right now.
Seems to be that the squad in blue is running the control right now. You get to see the Gal moving up in. The defense playing very, very strategically for that squad. But if you're the opposing squad that is down numbers right now, Tuhao, what do you think that they need to try and do?
Well, they've already popped the crab. They managed to get one with it. And 2 are now down. 3 are now down. That is how you do a replay. You get the special move. Try to pick them off. And now you pick, my goodness. Utility Pale's back in control.
Very, very well done here. Utility back up in control, as you said. The special's getting used. Can the Gal find a pick? Yes. They're able to get one, but you get to see the Kraken getting popped there. They do lose control here, but now they're back up in control as the lead is now shifting towards them.
Yep, just a 2-point lead is all that's happening right now. The Expo does unfortunately get picked off by that bamboo, I think. And the 52 is just playing under their right leg, stopping them from going right while they just push deeper in. Now he's on flat. He gets 1. He gets 2. 3 are down. It's just a splash. The splash is also dead. Bamboo does not know what to do. Oh my goodness.
Tuhao, that was absolutely crazy. Caught in 4K, running the lead here. 20 now remaining up in this one against Utility, and they are playing this very, very well. No specials up online for this squad just yet, but they are losing members. It's a 3v2 scenario, now 3v1, and it's now leading forward for the blue squad, and it will be Caught in 4K for our first win in this game series here against Utility Pale.
That was just very nice wipe at the end. And on the next map, which is Clam Scorch, I think not Utility, but Caught in 4K's comp would be very good into this map.
Yeah. Clan Blitz is going to be pretty interesting. I feel like these two are going to have to definitely rotate around each other, right? Clan Blitz, you could be either very aggressive, you could be a little defensive, or maybe 50-50, right? Playing passive at first might be the smarter option for both of these two teams, trying to lay out and find a pick here for one of the two. But I feel like this one's going to be a lot more closer, just because this game mode provides a lot more synergy with your team alone. So I bet we're going to be seeing a lot of things communicated here with specials alongside for this Clan Blitz matchup with Utility and Caught here. So Tuhao, this next one, it's going to be really, really good. Has Seed 15 down under right now, but Seed 14 running it up here with Caught in 4K.
Yeah, I think I'm actually kind of surprised that Caught in 4K was seated a bit low, because in July's Glowing they did get 7th place and they beat some higher seeded teams. So I honestly hope they can make a pretty far run tonight in Shopping Spree with that Bamboo and Rapid Pro. You don't see that every day.
Absolutely. Here we go to how both the teams rolling out here. Utility Pale underneath, Caught in 4K as they meet up in the middle. And they already get a pick here up on one of the opposing members. And I gotta say, if you're up on that orange squad, you have the numbers.
And that just happened. It's now been equalized. This 52 is close to a bar. They're playing in top mid, rushing down with extra, but they do get caught and just pretty much 3v1 there.
Seems to be a special is up online here. Evo, as we are specking. Just trying to play this one smart, as they do get JKP. 2 down under for that squad. As the one side of things, if you are utility, maybe this is your chance to strike back.
The only thing that's stopping them from pushing in is really that exploit, which, as I said, that this one down. The 52 is gonna wail push up into ramp, rushing on this bucket, but they do have to retreat, and they do go down to the splash, which gets taken out. 3 are down. I spoke too soon. It's a wipeout again.
Oh. The wipeout here up in our Clan Blitz matchup, and the football already reaching the barrier. It's broken to how, and now will it break their hearts here if they score more?
Seems to be as the brush keeps collecting clams to throw up. But yeah, you couldn't really get any more in, but still, ooh, disconnect.
Oh no. Yeah, disconnection here. Up on the Perp squad here. But I mean, they do have the lead right now. Maybe they could hold for 3 minutes. Evo trying to play around the right-hand side.
But I guess they just don't want to end it. One going down, but it's a 2v3. And that 52 is pushing up. Finding one, but also going down. And they have the crab ball, they have the kitty ball. The bucket's finding one. And now I think it's too late to end the game now.
That's crazy work. Fallen doing an absolute great job there for their team alone, as they are now running with the lead, and it just seems to be that this one is complete. And now that's game done and finished to how, and I just gotta say, from an analysis standpoint, that was way far from even going into the success of the one that had the previous lead before, but unfortunately the disconnect, that was very, very unlucky.
Yeah, without that disconnect, they would have obviously scored, or not scored, but they would have stood a much better chance into fighting them. But I didn't think that they knew that they could end the match early, so that's unfortunate. But now the score is 1-1 as we go into TC Info Art Academy. Do you think there's going to be any calm changes on this map?
I feel like teams like these two, being close up in seedings, they're probably still going to run the same thing. We're reaching the halfway of this standpoint up in this series matchup. So I feel like with this being close towards the end, tower control is going to be very more in the mix of who's going to be the better one to get the pick forward and take that tower forward for their team progression. So maybe maybe they could switch up some things, but in my eyes, I see them playing the same things.
Yeah, this map is pretty flank heavy. I say so, because I like to flank a lot on this map. We'll just have to see 14 versus 15.
Yeah, utility, Pale, able to get that the win there off of Caught in 4K. Unfortunately, with the disconnect, I mean, being that late up in the match for Caught in 4K, very, very unfortunate, of course, but we got to see Caught in 4K really show some masterclass performance play right off of that first game. But here we go. We are getting launched up into tower control in the Art Academy, as we get to see the teams lining up here and launching right out of the spawns. 3, 2, 1. There they go, Tuha.
I really like Utility Pill's comp. They have a sword now and the splash, which makes up for the Booyah sword. No Autobomb. As I say that the Expo is going down, and so does the sword, unfortunately, as the brush gets them. We do see us change from Rapid Pro Deco to Winter's Rapid, or perhaps for that cooler.
Seems to be that the squad of Caught in 4K moving this one right here. Lan Evo getting taken out by the Caught in 4K team member. But now they are approaching checkpoint 2, and they want to get past checkpoint 2.
Yep, that sword is just throwing 70, trying to get that tower, and they do get a booyah in time. And the bamboo is forced to retreat, but not for long. I think this will be the end of the push. 29 is still pretty good, but the bamboo is getting rushed by the sword right now.
Absolutely. Utility. Pale here to how they have two specials up online. One actually. They can come back up into this if they want to. Caught in 4K though. What are they going to do?
Two are down on both sides. This the triple splashdown does get canceled. Once again, this could be a chance for utility to fail to push. They do have a crab and one is still down on that octo brush. They do pop against the 52. It's a 2v1. They win the fight. Sword tries to go back. They'll be able to do it, I do believe. And now they're just rushing that rapid, and they do unfortunately jump out.
There goes Utility Pale, able to find some picks here. 66 remaining up in the numbers. Cracking up on the tower here for this Caught in 4K squad, but the Reslider and the Strike going up in. But they are taking the tower once again. If you are Caught in 4K, they want to strike back up into this one, as that one is getting met up in the mid here for both the two teams, but Caught in 4K now back up on the top.
As we say that, one is now down and the rapid tries to poke ledge, but the bucket and the splash are there to stop it. I think this is a failed push if you're caught on 4K, as one is down, the 52 is 70, and they'll be forced to retreat.
Absolutely, too, how Caught in 4K in a tad bit of a struggle right now. The 52 able to get one, as Cosme's down for the squad, but you still got some numbers here, as you do get to find the elimination.
Well, the bucket tried to jump, but they just got shot by that rapid and the 52's combination. Another push seems to be happening as two take bats, but one goes down, and the brush also goes down without finding anyone, sadly. It's just the 52 here. They're getting pincered, but they do manage to take one, but that'll be the end of Caught in 4K's push once again.
Yeah, Caught in 4K, now they have to try and build back to that 29 remaining, but here goes Utility. They want to add something for themselves. They have the Crab special ready to go. They use Crab. What can they do with this one, How? They're going to try and get as much picks as they possibly can, How. So let's see up on how this formats here with the last minute approaching as their squad, Utility, they're running with numbers.
As you say that they need to get picks, the sword pops Aura and Kraken is out, but that's no problem, as this Kraken is being led away from the tower, which is the only problem. They find one, but now it's a 2v2, and the Explode does go down. I was about to say that they had trash bound, but not anymore. And this bucket is just holding on for dear life on the tower. Still alive, 52 and Bamboo rushing down. They do get taken out. The lead is now in the favor of Utility Pale.
Utility Pale doing an absolute great job, just like how you said. They pushed their way past this squad of Caught in 4K, but now if you're Caught in 4K, you only got 14 seconds left with two specials up online. So they're going to have to play very, very careful with their two specials as they are launching their specials right now. Final 5 seconds to how they're popping the Kraken. What can they get off the Kraken? They get one pick. They're still pushing in for more as the overtime goes and finishes, and that collides in a victory for the opposing squad.
That was an incredible game. That really was just back and forth on game 1 and game 3. And game 2 unfortunately had to end because of a disconnect. But still, those were great games by both teams. And I believe either of them, since this is double gold, has a chance to win.
Yeah, Utility Pal able to find that win there. Really well done. As we will be setting up our next series here shortly, Tuhao. I'm pretty sure. Maybe you can confirm that for me?
Our next one will be gonna be
I think we're
Luminous
hopping to a different group.
versus Reef Rush. Which,
Mm.
yeah, I don't think. Oh, it is red.
Okay. So we're gonna head towards the matchup in Group E here shortly, folks. So definitely stay tuned for that one, as we will be having Seed 10 Luminescent taking on Seed 25 in the round 2 of Group E of a best-of-3 format with Luminescent and Reef Rush. Definitely stay tuned, everyone, because this one you don't want to miss at all, especially with me and Suhao being up on the broadcasting desk.
Got that right.
But yeah, we're gonna wait for this next one here. Tuhal, you know, with the new Raiders game getting launched out, I know that I've been playing that a lot. I'm actually past the boss in post game, and now up in the endless mode for Splatoon Raiders. Which, if you guys want to know a little bit of features of endless, it's pretty havoc. You have to grind a lot up in Raiders endless to kind of progress further in, but it also depends what weapon you are using and what kind of gear that weapon has. But yeah, Splatoon Raiders, really fun game too. How I'm not too sure if you have it, but it is a great game to grind for sure.
Yeah, I have it. I was waiting for it to come out, but I was stuck in the Sando Q set when it came out. But when I did, that game is very fun, but it was I feel like even though the post game is pretty big, the main story should have just had a little bit more to it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like even though that it was kind of like a short like main story, it still told a plot of the game itself, right? You're a raider, you're trying to find treasure up on multiple islands, and you're trying to help out your idols. And I think Splatoon Raiders as a game itself, people really did underestimate it for the gameplay, and they weren't sure if it was going to have that mode that would have you keep on playing. And soon to know it, we knew that it had endless after we got past the boss fight up in post game, which if you haven't gotten to that boss fight yet, Suhao, it is very scary. It is the worst boss fight in the game to have a tactic ability, even a power ability. You have to do it with a speed. You can't do it with tactic or power. Like it is so hard to do. But here we go. We are getting launched up in here. Luminescence taking on Reef Rush here. Seed 10 and Seed 25. Here we go.
I've got my money on Seed 10, honestly, because they got a sword player, and I play sword, so I hope they can do some pretty good things. As I say that, the duelies does manage to go down after failing to find one. And now, Reef Rush
falling under here, as they have Reef Rush up in the lead. They are using the Booyah Bomb if you are Luminescent. They do find a pick here up on the Reef Rush squad, but somehow it's 3v2 currently.
That crab does have to back up, and one does go down. So I think that in this situation, Luminescence is going to have a pretty big hold here, as the cooler weapon does go down, and the Knot and the dualies are looking to push further into the base, trying to get the decap, but they just get barely missed. Just one more bullet would have done the job. And as I say that, the end turn cleans up the flat.
All right, here goes Luminescent. Currently up in the lead with 41 against 75. Now back up in control if you are Luminescent. The Nautilus doing some good work. You also have the Dolies up in the mix and match. But final 25 here for Luminescent. I think, too, how they really want to shut this other team down, Reef Rush, as it's going to be hard for Reef Rush to even engage because they're losing members. Final 5 remaining, and it seems to be that Luminescence is going to be taking this first one against the seed of 25, Reef Rush.
That was just a great match. They had a really good synergy too, as when the Nautilus went down, that duelist was just already there to pick up the slack, and everyone was just playing off each other's weaknesses and strengths. And that was a very good game, but Ship Shape is pretty locked down heavy. So as we go into the next map, which will be Rain Museum, what do you think's gonna happen?
Maybe we'll see both the two teams kind of combine their aggression and go forward here. I think once they hit the middle part of that map, you're going to see a whole bunch of picks colliding. But whoever's standing left out of all those picks is going to be moving forward with that wonderful, glorious Rainmaker here for our next map setting mode. But Tuhao, this is still probably going to be in the favor of Luminescence. They had a lot over Reef Rush from that previous game that we just saw here up in the series, up on Cargo. But I still think that this is leaning towards Luminescence. If Reef Rush wants to build back up into this one, they have to try and rotate around that synergy that Luminescence is building.
Yeah, I think we might even see at least one of them drop on right, the flank. Maybe the dually, or maybe even two of them, like the sword and the dually, or the Nautilus and the dually. We'll just have to see as we go into game 2.
In game 2 next up here against Luminescence and Reef Rush, everyone. Definitely stay tuned for this one because this is not over as we are launching ourselves into the museum. Rainmaker being our game mode here. Luminescence currently up in the lead against Reef Rush, as we can most definitely say that Reef Rush is the underdog, but can they be the dog that bites back Luminescence?
We'll just have to see, as the Carbon and the Bucket both look to be dropping left here. Both are down on both sides. 3v2 right now. The Sword looking to push up on the ramp there. The Carbon was waiting just for that moment. They do find the Sword.
Seems to be that they are doing some very great work here, already breaking through the checkpoints. Oh, Koru getting picked here as their squad now falling down members, and even trying to get up into the re-engage, they're still getting picked.
That was an incredible opening. But I do think that the Carbon pick was a bit weird, because, I mean, they have Nautilus with that point sensor. But unfortunately, the edit does go down. 2 are now down, and there's no more cooler anymore. The edit was one of them, and the decaf also falls to the dually.
Yeah, Reef Rush down under right now, just by 1 against Luminescence here up in this Rainmaker of Museum. Detonator, what can they do here? Oh, the jump up! Oh, he gets him!
It's just to lead by 1 point right now, but these dualies are going crazy. They have aura right now. The Sword tries to drop. They couldn't get an 80 on it. And that is game 2, the final game of the set.
Wow, that's absolutely incredible. I'm gonna be totally honest, Duhao. I looked to my right, and I also looked to my left. What exactly happened there, Duhao? I think you were the only one watching that sequence.
Bro, they just got like the dualies, bro. They just ran through all of them. And then, unfortunately, the decap missed that 80, which would have had some paint and would also gotten some damage. But that was the final game of Luminescence versus Reef Rush, Seed 10 versus Seed 24.
Wow. Yeah, C10 confirming it, locking it in against Reef Rush, which was the other seed, following up onto 25 for their seeding. I don't want to underestimate this Reef Rush squad. They have some good mobility use, but taking up on a team like Luminescence, man, that's hard to do. You're really fighting uphill against Luminescence if you are Reef Rush, but 100% Reef Rush were those underdogs in this story trying to tell here. But Luminescence, wonderful. Well done here up on the Rainmaker and the zones. If we would have went to Clam Blitz, do you think Reef Rush could have had a shot there if they matched and equalized up on the Rainmaker? Because what we did see before that push from Luminescence, Reef Rush had a possibility. They were only down by 1.
Yeah, I mean, the opening was very strong, but the dualies just ran through all of them, unfortunately for Reef Rush.
Yeah, I fully agree. I mean, those dualies were crazy. Like, they were absolutely insane. But here we go. We are going to be moving on to our next group, which will be Group G. Going down the groups. Isn't that fun? It's like a ladder. But yeah, round 3. It's going to be Mafia Studio taking on Twilight. I think I'm saying that right. Number 8 seed and number 7 seed too out. This one should be really, really close, seeing up on how they've been seeded. Both the two teams have gotten wins in their last couple matches, as they are the 2 top teams in their group so far. The other 2 teams to be determined in We Are Here for the Nutmeg. Nutmeg is a crazy name to have. That gives me flashbacks to my soccer. But Mafia Studio and Twilight both having 2-0 in their wins and their loss ratio. So this is going to be really, really close for this G3.2 matchup in the round of 3. It will be best of 3 in this Group G matchup. As to how, if you had a prediction, do you think that this one's going to go far?
I think that, yeah, this is going to be a pretty good one. I think that Seed 7, Twilight, is a pretty good team. And I haven't seen much of Mafia Studio, so just off of my previous knowledge, I would have to go with Twilight for now.
Yeah. Twilight having the upper seed advantage number against the Mafia Studio. I'm actually going to take a look at their roster right now. None of the names reading my brain here, at least that I know of, but I feel like having these 2 teams and having players with this higher seed number come up into this match, it's going to be a lot of colliding action. They're going to be clashing back and forth, and we might just definitely see splat zones go that way of that back and forth action, depending upon what they pick here. But, yeah, Mafia Studio, Twilight, and Tuhao, I don't know what to say about this one. I'm very confuzzled, but at the same time, they're higher seeds from what we've gotten to see throughout the stream so far, so it should be still interesting.
Yeah, this should be the most entertaining one of the group stage, at least.
I believe Mafia Studio has Hazrat, Fiery Ocean, Saihara, Wait, I like these names. Oh, wait, Twilight has tax fraud? Oh no! You don't want to get beaten by Twilight's player, Mafia Studio. You don't want to get beaten by tax fraud.
Yeah, let me see what they all Twilight runs, and then we can see what Mafia Studio won or run, and we can see which one has the better comp for each other. It looks like we have a pen player, and then a Dapple on the side of Twilight, and then we have Blaster and tax fraud plays. Well, it says Aerospray, but it's probably Bucket. So that's Twilight's comp. And then Mafia Studio, where you're gonna see looks to be T-Tech 96 or Blaster.
Interesting. I think we also just got confirmation too, Hal, upon who will be getting seen here up in this match with Mafia Studio and Twilight. Rosters running it down here. Twilight, they will be running Hearts, Board, Flats, and Tax Fraud. Those will be their starting 4 here for the Seed 7 team, but up on the other side, Seed 8 being Mafia Studio, they will have Sahara, Fiery Ocean, Hazrats, and Raisali. I think I'm saying that right. Mafia Studio, Twilight, coming up next, folks. Definitely, you don't want to miss this one, as this one's going to be very close. That's my prediction. That's what I've been seeing probably for the last couple minutes here with How up on the broadcasting desk. But hey, maybe they could fill the shelves of the market.
Let's hope. It's gonna be. I mean, they both got they both already earned gold since it's double gold, so it really does not matter who wins. But this is just to see the best player right now.
Yeah, I'm excited. I hope you are too, How. I hope anyone that's watching is also excited too. We will be launching into the matchup here shortly. As, I mean, How, do you have anything else with this one? Have you seen these two teams play before, though?
I've personally fought Twilight back in shopping spree number 10, I think. Yeah, in shopping spree number 10. And we beat them. But yeah, they're a pretty good team. But we just had the faster comp.
Interesting. That's actually pretty cool. I have a player up on the broadcasting desk. Yippee!
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty cool. Well then, I guess you could give some good analysis depending upon who wins this one.
We'll just have to see. The first game will be Mahi Resort.
Mahi Resort. Yeah, that's right. And that'll be splat zones here in between the two teams. But going back to the splat zone talk, as I said, I truly do think with them being kind of familiar in this scene, playing, a couple past tournaments, these two teams, they're gonna go pretty far up in this one. I think we're gonna be up on our edge of our seats for this one. We might even be jumping out of our seats for this, if you're a really true fan for any of these two teams. But being the broadcasters, we're gonna see some pretty good action from these two. That's what I believe for sure. But a little more confirmation, the players are getting loaded up here in our lobby for this one, as they will be taking on each other in splat zones on the resort. So, to how we are getting much more closer into this one, as I'm seeing tax fraud up in the lobby right now. That's, as I said, that's a scary name to be going up against. No one wants to get beaten by tax fraud in their life.
If you're a tax fraud, you have to play like criminals. We may see some pretty interesting plays here. They might be extremely good. You never know.
Yeah, I fully agree. It seems to be that we have our all 8 players in the matchup right now. I'm just gonna make sure that we do... Yeah, we got the... Yeah, it seems to be that we have everyone. So we're just waiting up on confirmation of the launch to head up into this one. Chat, if you have any predictions, let us know. But yeah, Mafia Studio taking on seed number 7, Mafia Studio being seed number 8. Now, seeing Mafia Studio being the seed number 8, they might have a better chance here. I don't want to underestimate this team too much, but Mafia Studio might just have that upper hand against the seed number 7. But it all comes down to performance and the levels of these players with their macro, right? It doesn't always come down to the seedings. So don't always trust the broadcasters when we say, oh, it's a seed number 1 and a seed number 2. Anything could happen. It's Splatoon, and it comes down to the playstyle, the macro, and the game mode itself sometimes, with the players that are getting launched in those game modes to face off against each other. But yeah, Tsuhao, I think I'm running out of words here for this one before we get launched up into the resort. But you know, talking about resorts, I think we're gonna be heading to one here very shortly, as we are getting to see some players now ready up.
Yeah, this map, I thought I really liked Mahi Resort. It's probably my top 5 zones maps, or just map modes in general. What's your top 5?
I definitely have Mahi Resort in my top 5. If I gave you my top 5 right now, people might be saying that I probably am glazing those maps. But that should be saved for another time. Because there's a lot of great maps up in the game, no doubt. I think every single map in Splatoon 3, it gives a lot of depth no matter where you are on all the maps in the game. So my personal opinion, all of the maps are great, but I don't think that I would have a top 5. But I know Mahi would be up there. Absolutely.
I wouldn't say all of the maps are great, because we got Lemuria zones, umami clams, not umami, urchin clams. Just anything with the Lemuria is just bad. We do see the sword on one side, and then we see this pretty interesting comp with bow edit on the side of Mafia Studio.
Seems to be that we're launching up into this resort here, as this one's a great map. Definitely not a bad one. As now we are getting to see Mafia Studio, I believe, up in the lead.
You do see that right now. They're being put on the back burner a bit there, but I think might be spoke too soon, as 1 is now down. 2 are down from that super chump. They have Cooler the sword, but they do get gunned down by the edit, as I just said that.
Mafia Studio running with the lead here as we are in the resorts. They are taking their vacation to the next level against the opposing squad, as now it's just running for them here. They want to chase the trophy. They want to get past this round 3. They want to stay undefeated, but they flip the control percentage, and now Twilight coming up in here.
We do see them take the control, as one of them drops left. It's that brush trying to get us cause a distraction, it seems like. But they do get taken out sadly. But with the chumps, the whale, and the cooler, that's more than enough to go in with.
their specials just yet here. As we get to see Rysale playing the defense. Zipcaster ready to go here. One special up online. Two specials actually. Dolly's also up online here. Oh, they do get Rysale. Sahara taking some defense here. Can they get the pick here? Maybe?
Doesn't seem like it as Sahara just jump out. That was just one masterful crafted Zipcaster, even if it was a trade. And I think I was going to say something about how Booyah is much better on this map, but I think that flat can make it work. But as I say that bucket is positioned with strikes on the right side, if that left left, right? They do strike, getting it right back with the cap. Perfect retake. Just giving them no time to spare with that zone.
Mafia Studio down numbers here as they don't have their Gal player. Now the Gal player's back. But here goes Twilight. They are trying to push into this defense kind of passive mode that the other squads... Oh, wait, look at this. This could be a good play. Oh, getting a couple picks. That takes out two.
That was an excellent hammer throw from that brush there that let them get the zone back. They do have strikes, but Cooler might be a long way away. And we're trying to get that reef for that zones cheese. We have reef and strikes now. I think I know what's about to happen here. Reef.
Oh no, the reef slide! Oh, it didn't find numbers to how.
I think it was popped a bit too late there. Not able to find anyone and not able to cap the zone. Very unfortunate if you're Twilight right now. They do have the Zipcaster. One is down, but we might see at least the flip here. Yeah, we do see the flip. They do get two are now down. And the Dapple tries to get three, but unfortunately fails.
I will say the Colas from both the two squads absolutely doing a fantastic job. No matter where they are up on the map, they're still providing that special ability for their teammates. But here we go. We still get to see Mafia Studio with that two remaining. Twilight now have to build back to their previous. The reef slider goes up in, doesn't find. Oh wait, no, they are getting picks if you are Twilight.
Yeah, right now they have a pretty low penalty right now. But one is down on both sides, but without that brush, they do have the Cooler and the chumps get popped immediately. The brush looking to distract here. They do have Cooler. They are gonna rush in, but the Cooler actually comes to their detriment, stops them from moving, unfortunately. There's about 10 seconds left right now.
Twilight.
If they want to stop the cap, they have to go now, but it's too late.
Oh.
What an excellent comeback.
Yeah, Twilight able to get this one really close, like how I said. Splatoon's being very, very 50-50. As now you have, Twilight ahead of Mafia Studio here up in this round 3 series. Twilight might seem to have the upper advantage, but looking off of that matchup, Mafia Studio has some great opportunities to capitalize on all the mistakes that Twilight had. Throughout the matchup, we had Mafia Studio leading, kind of shape-shifting it back to Twilight, and then Twilight shaping it back to Mafia Studio. So, very still close here. Tower control heading next forward. I think Mafia Studio, they're going to equalize the score. It's going to be 1-1, and it's going to come down to a map 3 with the Rainmaker. So Mafia Studio, this is my prediction. I think Mafia Studio is going to come up into this tower control, and they're going to read the mistakes and the criticals that Twilight are trying to fix against Mafia Studio, but if they're trying to fix them, Mafia Studio is probably going to capitalize upon those mistakes that Twilight is going to make here up in this tower control.
I think we may see a Booyah stamp for this time.
Maybe. It's possible. I know tower control provides a lot of, like, you could run like a lot of annoying specials. Some people even run reef sliders sometimes up on tower control. They just reef slide up into the tower and then they find some picks.
Yeah, we need like the verticality for it to like position correctly in it. Once
Yeah.
you're in like zones or something where you just run it at
Like jump off like the top of like a platform and launch the reef slider up on the tower. But here we go to how they are lining up here, as you were just saying.
They offer a coolerless comp on the side toilet with Dapples, Bucket Blaster, and Incline Bow, trying to mirror Tazrat here, and one is already down on both sides. The Brush trying to get that bucket, but they do fail. So now it's going to be a 3v4, 2v4, 1v4, 1v3. Just wow.
Hey, talking about a shopping spree. Maybe they're making a spree for themselves here. Mafia Studio, they did have a couple picks going forward up into this one, but it seems to be Twilight is still moving forward here with the tower progression control. Word now launching. They are going back. Now back over to Hazrat.
Yeah, see, like you said, this is a very back and forth game. As one is down, they keep trading numbers here, and the strikes do come out. But it seems to be one pushes up on the left side, 52 and that, not 52, but Dapple and the Bucket, which are now where the blaster actually get. Wow.
Oh, that's a crazy wipeout. As now we are getting to see Mafia take some forward engages here. Or no, actually that is Twilight. That's my bad. Twilight now moving forward.
But that Brush is just doing good work behind right now. They do manage to make one jump. And just only because of that Brush, Twilight lost that advantage they had before. But as I say that, the Reef comes out. Like we were talking about before the match, he still can be used to make people evacuate on the tower.
Rice Ali getting taken out here by Tax Fraud. Tax Fraud doing some great work here, maybe wanting to move in forward. The bow doing some good damage up on top of the tower. But there goes the lead, getting lost here. You now get to see Twilight moving this one even forward more. They're at the checkpoint too. They want to move forward even more. The wipeout is absolutely incredible here from this Twilight team. They keep on moving forward and even more forward. As it's not even stopping here to how, even though they get the picks, if you're the opposing squad, it's not going to stop this Twilight team.
Yeah, once we get to that third checkpoint and Mako TC, the game is pretty much already over. It's like almost impossible to push into that point once you're on the side that unfortunately had their check broken. But that was a very nice game from the side of Twilight at the end there, especially that Brush tried to do something, but they just couldn't get it to happen, unfortunately for them. And that will be the end of Seed 6 versus Seed 7, or 8 versus 7. 0-2 Twilight wins.
Yeah, Twilight able to win this one against the Mafia Studio. But stick around, folks. We have our brackets here coming up next in the shopping spree. Number 13 here up on the Twitch broadcast here tonight. As I will be joined by another caster. How will you be spectating the rest of the tournament here?
Depends if I have enough time to. Might have to get some work done, you know.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You don't want to procrastinate too much. All right, guys, we're gonna set up for the rest of our matches here tonight. Definitely stay tuned. You don't want to miss what's coming up next with our bracket here in the shopping spree number 13. Alrighty, everyone, welcome back to tonight's tournament here up in the shopping spree number 13. Tonight, at least for this best of 3 matchup, to start off this round 1 in the bracket format, we will have Washed Squad, aka W Speed, taking on Apso Bottom Jeans. And right by my side, I am joined by Aiden. How are you doing, Aiden?
I'm doing all right. Just got off work and I'm here now.
Nice. You're probably expecting some good Splatoon at this moment, as we just finished up our groups. And I'll say, one of the groups we're taking a good bit of time to complete, but that's all right. That gave me a moment to shine up in some Pokemon champions. But yeah, Aiden, group stage is over. Now we're moved up into the bracket format. The bracket itself should be really competitive, so I'm very much looking forward to it.
This is the bracket to make it to win the tournament. So we should see a lot more competitiveness and the matches to be taken more seriously. It's so that the teams will get that new badge or new trophy as the new Sendo update is going to become.
Yeah, it's going to be also interesting what they are going to be rocking here for their first couple weapons for this set here on Splat Zones. We're going to be taking ourselves back up into the resort here for our first map in this series with these two teams. But yeah, Seed 4 taking on Seed 12. Anything could happen up in this bracket stage. Teams have fought their way throughout the group stage to make it to this moment, so we will see very shortly to what is going to be happening here with Washed Squad, aka W Speed, and Apso Bottom Jeans.
There is a chance that we could always see an upset with this set. With any set at any point in time, an upset is always possible.
I fully agree. Yeah, I mean it's Splatoon, right? Plus it's a competitive tournament. Teams are going to be very aggressive, and you might have that underdog, that's the lower seed, take advantage over the number 1.
We see the Seed Blaster Ditto come out between both teams. The Dreadringer comes out for the Zone Cheese, as well as Pen and Gal, 2 staples of the meta.
Ooh, Rika and Los getting taken out here. Oh, but they're also getting taken out. A lot of people get taken out here just for this first entry.
Yep. We see the Pen start to take a bit of an off angle to try to get more paint on the field, more space. And we see the Dread with their Dread Ring or their Reef Slider fully charged, just waiting to be popped at any sign of inconvenience as Apso Bottom Jeans gets a pick, takes out 2, and tries to make a push, but the Reef Slider comes out only to be immediately cancelled.
Yeah, Washed Squad here. Most definitely, we are here watching this one happen here up in the broadcasting booth. But take a look at that. Now we have Washed Squad back up into the action, and Apso Bottom Jeans, they are down numbers here. They definitely got to build back up.
It seems like Apso Bottom Jeans, looking at their comp, they have Hammer, Splashdown, Cooler, and Rain. So their only real entry special is Hammer from the looks of it. But the Dynamo can just clear gaps, clear ledges pretty easily, and can use that to get a pick onto the 52 and paint up for the zone as specials come out on both sides, but both specials getting taken down by the Pen as the Apso goes 3 down, with Washed Squad showing that they aren't washed and nearly taking the first game.
Yeah, this one still looking more favored in the side of Washed Squad, aka W Speed. At the Dynamo, as we are specking right now, just playing up in the back, providing a little bit of ink, but now you get to see the coolers down. Dynamo getting taken out. Now it's a 1v.
2 go down, 3 go down,
Four.
10 ticks left. Can the Apso make a play? But the
the
restarter
wraith!
comes out, gets 2, and that's game.
Wow.
Apso
What a
bottom
good
jeans
special.
really locking out Wash Squad here. Just preventing any form of pushes from happening.
Yeah, absolute bottom jeans. Unfortunately, the Dynamo didn't get the work done there up on the splat zone, but we could possibly be seeing that Dynamo roller provide a lot more damage going forward into our next modes. We got Clam Blitz, we also got Rainmaker, and if a Dynamo roller gets behind your back of the team, that could provide a lot of damage, Aiden. So I'm really excited to see where that Dynamo jumps to in the rotation scheme of things against Wash Squad, but very well done with the positioning from this Washed Squad.
Right. Given game 3 is Rainmaker, we don't know the maps yet, but if we don't know the map yet, but if it does come to Rainmaker Humpback, that is one of the best Dynamo maps in the game. So all Apso needs to do is make it to game 3, and then they are pretty set.
Yeah, I could see it happening. You know, the revenge arc of the Apso bottom jeans in towards the Washed Squad, aka W Speed. I like saying that name. Maybe it's because of the aka W Speed, but they have Aisho Speed up on their team, right?
They do.
So, yeah, Washed Squad, they have the lead here after the Splat Zones win here over Apso bottom jeans, but now moving towards the Clam Blitz matchup, I think it's going to be harder for these two.
Specifically.
Yeah, do you think it's going to be more like a passive or like an aggression phase from the past mode that we just got into?
I think I'm not sure. Given both teams, the mode definitely favors the brush for Apso, because obviously being able to rush in and just score power clams easily with your mobility, but we won't know until the game happens. I think Apso may have an edge here, but we'll see.
Oh, here we go. Both the two teams launching up into the Ink Block Art Academy as they rolling out the spawns here. Aisho Speed's ready to get some viewers.
We see the swap. We see the swap onto Dapple Nouveau and also Stars Dynamo, the newest of the Dynamo trilogy. But we see an immediate wipeout, onto Apso, while delayed, but that gives immediate pressure for Wash Squad.
Yeah, as you just said it, they were forwarding there. They had a whole bunch of pressure there up on Apso bottom jeans, and Washed Squad did the job well done. There goes Toaster, just providing a little bit of ink there for the squad to move up forward. They do have a special to engage off
The
of.
Restarter goes out, gets 2, and then follows up to get 3. Splashdown goes down, gets a fourth, just really making sure that the Apso can't make another play, and this blaster is just giving as much area denial as possible, getting so many picks. But the basket does go up
incredible
before any clans can follow up.
Just like how you said, the basket was up, but there's still a, big old clam there, a big football to entrance up into the barrier, and they land it right up in here, Aiden.
We see the splash on go down. Aisho Speed has not left the Apso's base for like a minute and a half now, because The entire game has gone on, and the blaster has just been in the base and getting picks after picks, but they finally go down. But it's too late because there's only 3 people. There's 3 people down. Everybody's still respawning, and it's just a mad dash to try to prevent the bleeding.
Hey, I think I know what I could say about Aisha's speed up in this matchup. He's saying green apples. He wants this one done and over with. But now we're getting to see the squad that has the really big lead here with Aisha's speed try and get some numbers. But they're trying to strike back here if you're Mika.
We see Aisha Speed taking another pick, and Absobomb Jeans just trying to prevent any more pushes. They're because Wash Squad is down to 15 points with the 32 penalty. That's approximately
Loose.
two power clams and some change, and that's the KO. That's the game. And it seems like they are really gunning to end this as soon as possible. The cooler goes out, and the cooler goes out. Whales go out. Splashdown goes out. They have a reef slider ready.
Uh-oh.
They score the 1 power plant. It's just the Nautilus. They go down. They have enough to end the game, and they do. Reef slider not necessary to get the well-deserved KO for Wash Squad and winning out this set 2-0.
Yeah, what an incredible set here against Bottom James. Wash Squad, aka W Speed, like how I just said it, Aisha Speed saying green apple to end this streamed matchup with Wash Squad. Very well done. Seeing the performance from Splat Zones, they really moved forward with their incredible pace and aggression style play off of what they played originally from the Splat Zones over towards the Clan Blitz. What I got to see from the Clan Blitz from my analysis, Aiden, it was a lot more quicker than Splat Zones for sure.
As is the nature of Splat Zones, it is a lot slower, and it does play very. I am a Zones hater, unfortunately, but
all good.
But Zones does encourage a more kind of safer and slower playstyle to just hold down 1 point and just stay there and paint and just keep anybody off.
Yeah, just what a good matchup.
As opposed to what we saw in this Clan Blitz match with a Wash Squad pushing in and just never leaving the other team space.
Yeah, I mean, the blaster from Aisha Speed, that was your MVP right there.
Absolutely.
Aisha Speed was just dominating up in the back line. You know, I was saying stuff about the Dynamo, but I wasn't hinting the blaster. Like, the blaster was doing some really fantastic work. So well done, Aisha Speed, for who you are, playing the blaster extremely well. But our next series, or at least we're waiting for the to be determined team to face off Tung 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 Sahor. That will be fun to broadcast over.
And we have, and it'll either be Twilight or it'll be Peak Up, or either Seed 7 or Seed 5 going against the Seed 27.
Wow. Well, they're gonna have to face Tung 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 Sahor. So that's gonna be good. But the one leading the Twilight in Peak Up match currently is the number 5th seed in this round 1 Peak Up against Twilight right now, over ahead Twilight. So Peak Up doing a good job so far against Twilight. Not too sure if Twilight can strike back up into this one, but we've seen Twilight up on the stream already. I know what they're capable of. They can get away from the wall and build back up into the team fight. So maybe it will go 1-1. Who's to know? Who's to tell? But Peak Up currently so far having that upper advantage.
Yep. And but ultimately, as I said with this set, we may see an upset. We may see Twilight make a comeback and reverse sweep at Peak Up. Who knows? We'll only learn with the next set.
Yeah, it's very doable to make a reverse sweep in tournaments like this, especially a bracket stage, right? If you're down a couple series, if you're down numbers that first game, that's all right. You got your game too. You can match it up. You can go 1-1, and then you could take it up onto the map 3, and bang, you make the reverse sweep happen. But whoever's going to be playing up in the Tung 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 Sahur, you can't let that name make you laugh. I feel like if you're heading up into that team, it's going to be scary either way, because if a player chuckles, they might get distracted here, Aiden.
They may have an issue with comms if that happens. Anything could happen, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be an exciting one. Yeah, maybe Twilight can come back. Like how you said, a reverse sweep is very much doable. But taking a look at the rest of the brackets, Moore actually got the win over Mafia Studio up in the 1.2 round 1 matchup. Now they're taking on Divine up in the round 2 match. We just got to see Wash Squad taking on Apso, Bonham, Jeans, and Wash Squad having a very dominant victory there.
Also, unfortunate to hear, or unfortunate for Apso Bottom, but Game 3 was indeed Rainmaker Humpback for round 1 of bracket.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Interesting. But you still got, like, Luminescent playing against a team. And we've gotten to see Luminescent already up on the stream. They're very capable of having some great work up in a bracket stage like this. They've been here before. They know what to do. But can they hold their ego to themselves? That's the real question. Whenever you're a player up in a tournament like this, it's hard to kind of keep your posture sometimes, because if you're really running it up with wins, and if you face a better opponent towards the end, and if you have that alter ego, you might end up losing, and the mentality from your team might just go downhill. It's happened before. It's happened in plenty other tournaments. But Luminescent is finishing up their matchup in the round 1. We still have the 1.6, the 1.7, and the 1.8 matchups. Well, 1.8 actually got finished. S5P moving on, waiting for the winner of Swag in Utility Pale.
Which did turn out to be hashtag swag, actually.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, yep.
I think my bracket is a bit more updated.
Yeah, I gotta keep on hitting my refresh button. I'm forgetting about that. But yeah, just like how you said, now hashtag swag up in the round 2, moving out of the round 1 matchup, having a victory over Utility Pale 2-1. Swag being victorious there.
And at the same time, we see the results of Twilight versus Peak Up, which with Peak Up 2-0 Twilight. So we get to see Peak Up versus Tung Sahur.
This is gonna be crazy. In all my broadcasting years, I would have never known that I would be broadcasting over Tung Sahur. But yeah, this is gonna be very, very fun for us here up on the broadcasting booth. It's obviously Shopping Spree, and it's the 13th of the Shopping Spree tournament. So
yep,
there's a lucky number 3 in that 13 number. Maybe there's some luck here with Tung Sahur to possibly upset Peak Up.
Potentially, we will see with the we will see. So we have, we will. Ooh, Stone's Barnacle
Ooh.
for first. That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, just like how you said it, it will be interesting. The thing that interests me more is what are these teams going to run up on a zone, Barnacle and Dime?
I mean, we could obviously see the a dread ringer with the reef slider, as is commonplace. It is a zones choosable map.
Yeah.
So you never know what could happen.
We could see the nano colas getting used. That might not be a bad special to engage off of. Not too sure if people still use the NZAP, but for myself, I'm an NZAP lover. I will use both, depending upon the game mode. But I still gotta grind, Aiden. I'm trying to get 10 plus to keep my X rank.
Well, if you're like me, I do X rank in at T-Tech or in E-Tech, so I am NA, and I just get my top 1000 in a mode and just grab my S plus, retain.
Nice. Oh, that's amazing. I wish that was me. I've been trying to get there. Is it possible? Yes, it's very doable. I think the North American side of things for the X rank, it's a lot more easier than the other region, which is what's the other region?
The other region is Takaroka, JP.
Oh yeah. A North American player does not want to be playing in that region. I've tried it before and I hated it. It's a little too quick there.
Yeah, I as a D5, I am too scared to actually engage with that.
Yeah. I mean, could it be a good learning experience?
Maybe.
I'd have to try.
It could be good for practice, but you never know.
Yeah.
I am too scared to try. And I like the comfort of my NA.
Yeah, I gotta play more X rank. I'm down in numbers right now. Don't take a look at my stats, folks. But at least I'm up there. You know what I mean? I'm proud of that. With all the other stuff that I do, I'm broadcasting up on the side, and then I'm gonna be starting my fall semester here shortly. So I'm gonna also have college, and then I'm gonna have streaming as well for my personal streaming. So I'm gonna have all these things to worry about. But the one big thing I'm worrying about is pushing 10 plus.
Well, it seems like all of the members of both teams are actually in the match now, so we may see. So starting soon, we may see the first set or the first match for Tung Sahur and Peek Up.
Hey, maybe Peek Up is telling Tung Sahur to peek up from that crevice, from that crack. Peek Up obviously will have the upper advantage here. We've seen Hyperfresh, we've seen Violet, we've seen these players up on Peek Up on stream before. So I do expect Peek Up to have that upper advantage, but there's possibilities of upsets. It's happened plenty of times before, but here we go, Aiden. We are taking on the Splat Zones here, and between these two teams, Tung Sahur and Peek Up on Barnacle and Dime Splat Zones.
I have a feeling Peek Up might bring up some weapons. We see the Nautilus from Hyperfresh, as I'm so aware of. We see a Dreadringer for the side of Peak Up. We see a Dreadringer for the side of Peak Up. We see the Carbon and Dynamo duo on the side of Tung 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 Sahor, which is an interesting combo, I will say. But both sides go 2 down, chumps go onto zone, and it is looking pretty even at the moment.
Most definitely. Seems to be very, very close here. Tung 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 Sahor in control. They did almost lose that there. Now it's flipped. And I still feel like this one's going to be close. Oh no, the Reef Slider!
The Reef Slider taking out the Dynamo and immediately jumping back as letting Peak Up grab the lead. Letting Peak Up grab the lead and grab zone and just hold as much area as possible.
Seems to be specials.
The Gal goes down. 3 go down onto the side of Peak Up and gets a wipeout. And then we see Tung Tung Sahor immediately push up and take space as the cooler goes out. But 52 goes down before they are able to grab it. Stamper trying what appears to be backcapping zone, gets a pick onto the bow. Dynamo also on zone goes down, and at this point, it's just up for Tung Tung Sahor to retake.
Oh, there it is. You know, Tung 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 Sahor getting the retake here, and they're going to push progression here up onto the other squad. As now we're getting to see Trout play that one very, very well with the roller. The jump coming up in here, 62 remaining. Now they will be moving forward with that lead and trying to take it down past 40. But they do get the pick here if you are Nessie up onto paper. But you have that Nautilus sitting up in the back. That could be very, very scary.
But Nautilus goes down as a Peak Up peels for the peels to kill the Nautilus, and but the Reef Slider comes out, kills the bow, and 2 go down on the side of Tung Sahor, just really trying to make sure that they don't get upset and just win and win the set. As 2 go down on the side of Triple T, and Peak Up just
I like that one.
Yeah. Peak Up has to retake before they lose lead, or before they lose zone.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely progressing towards that lead retake. The Reef Slider goes in. Does it find much? No, it does not. And they're going to be back up in control here if you are Triple T, just like how you said. They are using some specials here if you are the Triple T. I'm going to have to keep on using that.
as it would appear, Triple T just barely managing to grab zone right before Peak Up takes the lead. It's a 1-point difference right now, but they just they're really good at locking down and just keeping space, preventing them from painting that zone.
Oh, the roller!
3 go down, but the Reef Slider manages to cap the zone just in time.
Yeah, Team Sahor getting back up into this one. They got to get past the 40+. It's very doable from a team like this, but oh, the splash down.
Splash down to push in, gets a pick onto the Gal. All 3 members of Triple T are on zone right now. The Zipcaster goes for a flank, but gets picked off. Gary to go down on the side of Peak Up, and just constantly 2 down. The Reef Slider goes out again. Can it cap? No, it can't, and they immediately get picked off. And 3 go down on the side of Peak Up, only leaving Hyperfresh and his Nautilus. It's not looking good.
Yeah, Tung Sahor. They have those numbers here.
3
and it's just gonna be
I
seeing...
don't believe it's enough, and the triple, the Tung Sahor manages to win game 1 of the set.
Who would have expected this? I mean, we've said things about a lower seed beating a really higher seed here plenty of times up on the broadcasts, and Aiden, it just happens.
It just
The
happened.
Big triple T. C27.
Just winning a match against Seed 5, and looking at a Triple T's history with the groups, they did 2-0 C2 more jump, who is also in gold bracket.
Wow.
So they proceed, and not only that, they managed to go 3-0 in groups, leading top of their group. So it makes sense now why they got the round 1 bye.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
because of-
absolutely.
when I saw Carbon Dynamo, I was really questioning it, but hey, we saw it work in action. There is a chance that we see Tung Sahur actually win the set and move on to semis and potentially finals.
Yeah, I fully agree with you here, but having a team around Hyper fresh, if you are Peak Up, I've seen Hyper play in a couple broadcast matches earlier on whenever I joined in, but that was a couple weeks ago. Oh, well, a whole bunch of weeks ago, actually, where teams are playing different things. And we're here up on Shopping Spree number 13. Since the last time that I did get to see a team around Hyper. So it's definitely different. I'm seeing it. But if you're Hyper fresh with this Peak Up squad, you're still capable of managing a lot of open opportunities to capitalize on the big triple T.
Right. And we go into game 2, which is Tower Control of Undertow. a very niche map mode, but it's always accepted
here. And Zap rotation.
Do we see any comp changes? None on the side of Triple T, and we see the Octo Shot come out on the side of Peak Up.
All right, here we go, folks. Tung Sahur up ahead here against Peak Up. C27 over seed number 5. Let's see what the Triple T can do against Peak Up, as the tower hasn't moved yet in the first 20 seconds, but they're still just trying to have a pace for their footing here.
We see the Stamper just trying to AoEing out Triple T, just making sure to apply as much space as possible, but the Stamper goes down as Hyperfresh tries to take a flank tries to take an off angle onto Triple T, but doesn't seem to get any hits. The Tower Rider goes down, but the immediate Trizuka going out and taking out Hyperfresh with a Peak Up going 2 down as a Triple T takes check 1.
Oh yes. Tung Sahur able to move forward here. Now they're getting into that checkpoint 2. I'm really curious to see what they are going to try and do here. They're probably going to push forward. This is an interesting back jump here to go back to your team. I feel like this is very well played, but they're getting close to their specials. The bow is down. You don't have... Oh! They also lose their roller, but the Zip Caster's ready to go.
And a wipeout onto Triple T. This is perfect momentum for Peak Up to make a push. They have 3 specials. They have strikes, they have zip, they have a splashdown. Strikes go out, zip goes out. And Zip just trying their best to take an off angle, but it doesn't work as both the Dynamo and Carbon immediately focus for the kill. Splashdown goes out to try to kill the Carbon, but it doesn't work. But it doesn't matter as the Carbon goes down, albeit with a trade. 3 go down onto the side of on the side of Triple T, and the Peak Up actually manages to take lead here.
Really interesting here from Peak Up. This might just be the peakest thing that we've gotten to see from Peak Up. But here goes the Triple T once more trying to get some progression back up on the splash down. You still got Hyper Fresh. This was a player that I was talking about that I've seen before that could provide a lot of damage with their kit. But they're definitely keep on just pushing forward here if you are the team of Peak Up.
Right, but we finally see that Triple T manages to stop the push, and finally making a Peak Up back out into mid, and let Tung 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 Sahur leave their base finally.
Most definitely, Tung 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 Sahur sitting at 49 at that second checkpoint. You get to see Peak Up on that last checkpoint sitting at 24. You're getting to see the jump back.
But immediately gets a camp, and so we see 3 down on the side of Peak Up with just the pen alive, but the pen's location is very known, so everybody is going to start peeling for it. But it seems that Hyper Fresh has managed, the members of Peak Up have managed to get 2 down, but the Sharking Dynamo manages to pick off 1. And just trying to sustain that hold for as long as possible. Carbon Sharking on Spine gets a pick at 1 HP.
Trout pop it off.
2 go down to strikes. 1 shot left on Zuka, and it goes down before the end lag ends, and we see a wipeout onto Tung 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 Sahur, further propelling Peak Up from losing their lead.
Yeah, you know, Hyper Fresh does get splatted here, but Peak Up still having a great momentum builder here. But here goes Tung 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 Sahur. They want to build back up into this one. They are getting some picks, but will it be enough for them? Trout, able to get another, as they do lose the tower, and it might just be back up with Peak Up. No, Tung 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 Sahur is still going to be there.
Hyper Fresh immediately managing to take a pick onto the bow before going down themselves, trading out the T-Tech. The Aqua Shot goes down. 2 go down on the side of a Peak Up. And the Whales going out, Specials going out on both sides. Gal goes down, Stamper goes down. Does Tung 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 Sahur get lead in these last couple seconds? The GG strikes go out, 3 go down, it's the wipe out, and Peak Up just barely managing to stop Tung 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 Sahur from taking game 2 and ending the set, bringing the set to a game 3.
That Dynamo was absolutely crazy. But at the same time, I liked to see... Well, I liked what I saw there from Hyper Fresh around the squad. I felt that Hyper Fresh provided a lot of those opening opportunities. That's not me just glazing Hyper Fresh, but every single player up on Peak Up really did make their way up that ladder and push themselves further. So very well done to Peak Up here, but this series is not over just yet. We are heading to that map 3 in this one, as it's 1-1, and Tung 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 Sahur, maybe they want to get some build back into the last game.
And we see that the game 3 is actually on Clan Blitz Crab Lake Capital. Very great heavy. I don't know if now we see Tung Tung Sahur with the bow, and with Crab Lake, that is one of the hardest bow maps to play on due to all of the greats. So
yeah, absolutely. I think just whatever the players do choose here, Aiden, it's definitely going to come down to macro play, no matter what.
Absolutely.
I think, yeah, I was just going to say, you got to agree with me up on that one. But these players know where all the players are up in this matchup. We've gotten to see it from the number 1, the number 2, and now we're here up on the number 3 throughout the series, and it's just going to be really, really hectic here probably. I see it being very 50-50, but there's been a lot of back and forth.
There really has been, and trying to thinking about predicting what the team comps might be. I think we may see Paper swap back to Dreadringer for Reef Slider to push. We may see the Bow swap to potentially a different backline. We see the Chargers in Nessie's board. We see the Chargers, but no, they stick Bow surprisingly. And
All right,
it
here we go.
seems
Both of the two
overall,
teams
it's same
rolling
comp
out here.
outside of the the fourth person with the new custom blaster.
Yeah, and we've seen a blaster get really, really deadly already, right?
We saw what happened with ISO Speed's blaster, and
Yeah.
how much pressure they applied. But speaking of pressure, Hyperfresh getting a double onto the side of Triple T, and just preventing them from pushing into mid farther. We see the Stamper and Zipcaster kind of overextend a bit, trying to take at least one pick, but going down. We see
This is very, very interesting. That's what we're getting to see here, Aiden. We also just to get to see a special get popped there. The roller providing some ink there, but they're moving in, so should be intriguing.
It would appear Stamper is poking from pit actually, but Carbon sees it and acknowledges it, tries to kill it, but doesn't stop it in time. We see a trade between the blaster and the Stamper, but Stamper had cooler. So we never know. So
Yep.
we see the Stamper come back faster, but only to get immediately canceled. But two go down on both sides. It's just the Carbon now on the side of Triple T. And we see two down. The first power clam gets thrown onto the side of Peacup. Peacup taking the lead for this first push, but it's only going to be the 20 points.
Yeah, only 20 here for Peacup. 3 minutes remaining for Sahur to get back up into this one. They got 2 footballs and they are pushing forward. Oh my gosh, the splat down. This is crazy work. And that blaster is not ending just yet.
Power clamp out, but only for the blaster to take the rebound and score it in perfectly. We see the push down to 39 points off with one push, which was perfectly set up by the blaster. Unfortunately, we don't see any more clams scored due to Peacup managing to regain their bearings and just kick them out of spawn.
Yeah, I agree with you here. The splashdown's ready to go for a special with Not. Zipcaster also ready to go. If you're a Peacup, you have specials here. The opposing squad, though, Triple T, not very much. They only got they got 2 footballs. They're ready to do something, right? Oh, that's so disgusting.
Splashdown, unfortunate, leaving just the pen alive. With the splashdown going out onto the Hyperfresh with the splashdown, getting 1 pick. Two members of Triple T in the pit, but jumping out. 2 power clams just ready to be scored, just waiting for the perfect opportunity.
Tung support, moving in forward here. Oh, getting splatted.
2 go down on the side of Triple T. One going down on the splashdown cancel. Not without a trade. Unfortunate for the blaster. We see Trout trying to take elbow just to pressure that Stamper. Stamper, who is having trouble with this.
But they break the barrier, Aiden.
But with that distraction, the Carbon wasn't able to make it and to stop a push. But
yeah, Nessie gets taken down there. Nessie is a really good power provider for this Triple T squad, but I mean, don't underestimate the Blaster at all. They still got the lead here if you are Tung 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 Sohor. As they are coming back with one football. They have a special here. They got the Nianukula ready to go. But they lose their one player. They still got the Nautilus up online. Two specials are up online here for this one beautiful squad. But can they outlive that Blaster?
We have 15 seconds left to see if Pika can make another push. To take lead for the set. We're 3 seconds go out. We see a bit of lag. We see jump-ins. Two members go down.
Uh-oh.
It's just Hyperfresh
Oh,
and Stamper.
Hyperfresh.
They need to score something now. There's no time, and unfortunately, Pika loses. And
Wow.
And the set goes 2-1 to the side of Tung Tung Sahor, getting a massive upset onto the seed 5 as seed 27.
This is very well done, though, for Tung Tung Tung, right? You played extremely better with your Blaster, and having that Blaster player, you provided a whole bunch of damage into a frontal engage that had your team moving forward. And if it wasn't for the Blaster play, it would have never happened to see Tung 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 Sahor in that lead formation. So very well done, Triple T, moving forward up in the bracket. But we have a couple more matches still to finish up this bracket as we are getting very much closer, Aiden, to that final game.
To grand finals. We're now in semis, gold bracket semis, which means we have two more sets left. And with this next match, we will see one of the two teams who will potentially take home the badge and crown for Shopping Spree 13. As we move on to our next match, which has already been decided for our two teams, which is Washed Squad and More Jump.
Great names. I mean, we're about to see iShowSpeed once again up on the stream. It might just be daily at this point. But we got Toaster, iShowSpeed, TP, and Lily up on Washed Squad, aka W Speed. And then more Jump, Vaporeon. Oh my gosh! Pokemon name. Gotta love it. I have a Vaporeon sitting up on my bed right now. So
that's always fun. We see Vaporeon, Angel Care, Geeko Clock, and Tuck on More Jump. The C2. This is a Seed 4 and Seed 2 set. And also our first best of 5 set.
Ooh, longer series. This is gonna be fun. That means more of us up on the broadcast. So
Yep.
Don't go anywhere, folks. You still got Naya and Aiden here to provide you some great Shopping Spree commentary. But yeah, number 2 seed taking on the number 4 seed up in our upper semis matchup. And then right underneath that, we just witnessed Triple T against Peak Up. Triple T moving forward against hashtag Swag. And that's a number 27 seed taking on a number 3. And we just got to see a number 27 upset a number 5. Can they do it again and make some good history here up in the Shopping Spree, number 13?
Yep. We will see. We will see after all. Now I will say it would be funny if we see Triple T make it to finals and we see more Jump make it to finals, because that is a match that has already happened actually. Between more Jump and the Tung Sahor in groups, with a Tung Sahor 2-0ing more Jump, so we'll see.
Wow, okay, yeah. Really good analysis, by the way, Aiden. Aiden's doing a great job, everyone. But also, I just want to say thank you, chat, for saying that we're doing a great job here with commentary. Thank you so much. me and Aiden are popping off. But I can't wait to pop off more with you, Aiden, as we have our semis right up ahead here with more jump and washed squad, and right after that is going to be the very much more exciting matchup with our 4.1
Grand finals.
finals match. Yeah, that's going to be so great.
We have, and we have our first match, our first map mode for semis actually, of Splatzone's Mako Mart.
Ooh. Do we see, like... Wait, I think I already know what I'm about to see. IShowSpeed's gonna take out a blaster and just go havoc mode.
We will most likely see the Sea Blaster come out again to take the match, and just apply as much pressure as we saw earlier with the round 1 of Gold Bracket.
Well, everyone, I'm looking forward to this one. Aiden is looking forward to this one. This semis finals matchup, the first semifinal matchup. The second one's right underneath this one. And yeah, I mean, more jump and wash squad, aka W Speed. They are ready for this as we are getting launched up into our Splat Zones Mako Mart here for our great semifinal matchup.
Yep, and we see the comp. We see IShowSpeed with Sea Blaster as predicted, and we see a Sea Blaster Ditto
Oh
actually.
yeah, Tuck, yeah. Wait, the
leader immediately getting picked onto the gal. IShowSpeed goes down. The pen goes down. 3 down immediately onto Wash Squad. And Vaporeon immediately taking as much space as possible. We see the 52 gal Ditto battle just in the spawn of Wash Squad. Just trying to...
Scary. That is so scary. I'm really wondering how much that's going to provide with also the blasters, right? There's a lot of damage up on both of these squads, but running with 50 here, that's a worrisome.
The bubble goes out, but only to get immediately countered by the Reslider. But we see 2 splashdowns go out with Wash Squad. More jumps and splashdown, overpowering Wash Squad's IShowSpeed splashdown.
Yeah, most definitely. More jump playing this one very, very well. The E-leader doing a great job getting some back-end damage. Oh, IShowSpeed getting taken out
IShowSpeed going
by the
down
blaster.
to the Sea Blaster. 2 down on the side of Wash Squad. But we see the Dread back alive with a Reslider ready. And they go 3 down. It's just the Dread right here. Reslider goes out, but it doesn't cap. Unfortunately, the angle was too far to the left to get stopped by the wall. We see 10 ticks left,
jump.
5 ticks left. Wash Squad has to make a play now, but they can't. And more jump takes game 1 of semis.
Really incredible here from more jump. They might just want to say that they want more up against the Washed Squad, aka W Speed. Very, very well done though with the Sea Blaster, right? The matchup was a lot more favored up in more jump, but having the sniper up in the back providing damage and range, I felt like IShowSpeed couldn't really do a lot of rotation there just because of that range that more jump provided.
Right, and the IShowSpeed unfortunately not getting a lot of value, probably because of the Ditto, the Sea Blaster on the other team managing to take really good angles and making really good plays, getting more than 1 pick occasionally at times, like pretty often.
I agree. Yeah, more jump though. They're the team to watch out for here, as we might just be able to see possibly a couple of the same things. Definitely the blasters are 100% going to be up in there. I don't think ISO speed is going to get off of that. Either is Tuck, because that provides a lot of damage to engage off of. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we were able to see that again. Do we see more of the E-Leader getting played?
It is it is Clan Blitz Museum, which is a really good E-Leader map.
Yeah, good range map,
So-
yeah.
So I think the E-Leader will stay. We have the Junior, which hasn't gotten a lot of comments on, but Junior's one of my mains. So I'm all for a Junior pick in the Big 26.
Oh my gosh, the splatter shot. Wait, this is crazy. Alright, but here we go. ISO speed and Tuck. The duel is still up on here. Here up in our Clan Blitz matchup. Oh, this one's gonna be so close, Aiden. I feel it already.
We see both teams immediately rush for mid. We see one go, two go down, three go down
I should
on the
see.
side of more jump. As Wash Squad immediately making a push to get the first score of the match, bringing the score down to 53.
Hey, Wash
So
Squad
much
is not
happened in
washed,
such a
people.
short time.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. As we're getting to see picks now up on to Wash Squad. Now you're having more and more jump kind of settle back here up into these 4 minutes. Reef Slider up on the line. That Reef Slider could provide a lot of damage depending upon how this gets placed.
The bubble goes out. Does the Reef Slider come out to counter it? No, it doesn't. They decide to save. They save the Reef Slider, maybe for another push. ISO speed coming out, dealing some damage onto two, but getting picked off by the other blaster, only for that blaster to get Reef Slidered. And we see just back and forth on both sides. One member goes down on the Wash Squad, and one member goes down on more jump, and just trades back and forth, back and forth. It's just like a seesaw.
Oh, what a good one that was, Aiden. And, you know, talking about it, maybe the boat's just rocking a little back and forth, but the waves are 100% crashing here. They are up in the open ocean, and they want to reach land here if you are one of these teams. But ISO Speed just trying to still match the duel here. I feel like both of them have been doing a really great job, but let's see what Tuck can do. Oh, Tuck gets killed!
Unfortunately, Shark does not work out and immediately gets picked off by Lily in the 52. We see the pencil. We see a Geek Clock take top mid to try to get as much pressure in space as possible, but having to flee as we see Wash Squad actually take full control over mid and pushing a more jump back to their base. Although as soon as I say that, we see the 52 immediately pick off two members of Wash Squad and the Junior placing their bubble for to hold space. The Reef Slider counters it immediately with two down on one more jump. Wash Squad has so much potential to make another push with two power clams.
Oh no!
But three go
that's
down.
so unlucky! That's so unfortunate, right, Aiden? I mean, that's really good for the other squad, 100%, but there goes more and more jump. Now able to provide some numbers here. Let's see up on how much points they could score.
Splashdown goes out. We see 74 points. More clams. It's up to the Junior. The bubble is out. The Junior just has to score. There's a clam under basket that Tuck grabs. They get some more picks. They have the clams to take lead, which they do.
Take the lead. More jump. They're possible to just keep on running it here, Aiden. 1 minute and 20 seconds.
They have the clamps to keep going. Vaporeon puts the wall up onto the block. They get one more clam in before going down, and I think that's the end of the push. After so much with the more Wash Squad managing to stop the bleeding, finally.
Oh, the Reef does unfortunately not land up on much, but the splashdown getting put there up on the mid. More and more jump losing members here. Asho's speed going down.
But the bubble goes out for defense, holding off Wash Squad from pushing just a tad bit longer. The 52 manages to get a kill onto the junior, what seemed to be through a wall, but hey, maybe that's just a Splatoon desync.
Yeah, right. But here we go, final 30 seconds here. This is definitely going to be still something to watch here, especially in the last 20. Only one special up online here with the squad of the orange side, but there goes the football, activated up online, race slider as well activated. It's going to be a little scary, but let's see how they place this.
Squad has 5 seconds plus whatever overtime they have, plus whatever overtime is available to make a lead with the which requires two power claims.
Toaster!
They go more jump goes 2 down, but
Wait, did they mess up?
They
messed up. Wait, they're in.
But it's just Lily who has to make a score, which they are unfortunately unable to do. And we have more jump taking game 2 of the set.
That's crazy. I thought that it was not going in, but it went in, and they couldn't get to the basket. They couldn't get it to it, but wow. This is still proving to tell that Tuck can provide some good damage up into Washed Squad's high show speed. So I'm really curious to see, will this be a 3-0 sweep? It's been a little back and forth there up on Clam, but let's just make sure the next mode is going to be Rainmaker.
Right. It's Rainmaker Scorch, to be specific. Ooh. And
I see E-Leader getting used there. Maybe... Well, I mean, you could have range up in the back, depending upon how you want to play it with Rainmaker, but definitely, I'm still seeing Sea Blaster.
Sea Blaster is definitely... I think more Jump isn't going... I don't think we're going to see a comp change from more Jump. They have paint from the junior, they have cooler from the pencil, they have the Slayer abilities of both Sea Blaster and 52. So
W pencil users. They're writing a thesis as we're talking.
So we'll see what happens. I believe so. More Jump, potentially same comp, but Wash Squad, we may see a bit of a team comp shift. They are 2 down. Maybe we see Zimmy come out for Vac.
E-Leader.
Z-Leader. Oh no,
versus Pencil.
It's same comp actually. We see similar comps, but we see the swap from Pencil to C-Leader for Geek O'Clock.
Alright, I feel like Geek O'Clock might have the upper advantage here running that E-Leader. We've gotten to see it from that one game already before where E-Leader was provided. But talking about E-Leader, Aiden, E-Leader's already taken out.
Right. 2 go down onto the side of Wash. Oh,
look at that, 52.
Sorry. Yeah, 3 down on the side of more Jump. Sorry, I got my teams mixed up. And we see Wash Squad immediately take checkpoint in Scorch, which anecdotally, it's actually kind of hard to do. So being able to get that first check this early on and make these many points, it's really big and substantial. Down to 40
Absolutely.
points. All they really have to do is just hold off and play for defense, but obviously they could go for more. They could go for that greed. All they have, and we may see the Dread Ringer actually charge for a Reef Slider. We see the bubble come out and perfectly stop the Rainmaker carrier.
Well, the Kraken up online here for Geek O'Clock.
Rainmaker gets popped. We see Leader all alone with the Rainmaker, just letting Rainmaker reset because they don't want to make a They want to make a push with it. Just reset it back to mid.
They don't want to gamble too much too, right?
Yep,
Oh
but
my
three
gosh,
go
that's crazy!
Another the Geek Clock having to pop Kraken just to try to stop whatever push is about to happen and just sustain for as long as possible.
Keep it going.
Anything. It seems
What can
like
Wash Squad do?
Squad is really making sure that they take this game. They do not want to get 3-0'd in semis.
Absolutely.
They want their finals match, and they are not going to let it die. And they are not going to let it end like this.
Still 2 minutes and 35 seconds. You get to see Wash get taken out there. And now you have the opposing squad more jump trying to get back up onto this. As maybe Geek O'Clock can move the Rainmaker. It doesn't seem to be, but Geek O'Clock getting pressured. They do have 1 to number, and it's still a 4v3 scenario. If more jump wants to move up onto this, they most definitely can. The Rainmaker is now reset, and both the teams are now going to have to meet up in the middle.
Yep, and we see the Rainmaker gets popped in blue, so maybe that could be used for special gauge, but it doesn't. But 2 go down onto the side of more jump. Reslider goes out. 3 are officially down and dusted. We see a wipeout onto the side of more jump. Can we see the KO? No, we can't. They get to 15 points, but it's just back and forth once again. But eventually we see the soft wipeout onto Wash Squad as more jump prevents the KO from happening. And now
Hey, I've seen plenty of things, Aiden, where teams are like up 15 remaining, and they haven't really gotten up into the phase of things just yet up in this series. But if more jump were to get the Rainmaker and push forward, I do feel like there could be a comeback here.
There could be. They have 1 minute to make 85 points. So, and with, let's see, 1 goes down on each side. Kraken pressuring everybody on Snipe, getting 1 pick. 2 go down onto the side of Wash Squad, but 3 go down onto the side of more jump, and they're camping the Junior's jump. And forcing the Junior to jump out, just barely surviving with all their special charge intact.
Dang, Toaster's doing what a toaster can do. Either burn the toast or cook it pretty perfectly. And I think Toaster is cooking it pretty perfectly.
And we see the Rainmaker stalling already start. It's just the Rainmaker right now. Splashdown goes out, killing the Rainmaker, but there's 20 seconds left.
Not a bad decision. Final 16 seconds. What can the one team do here? Geek O'Clock does have the Rainmaker. If you are Wash Squad, I feel like this one could be coming back for you. And now it's a 3v2.
We have 45 seconds total to see if they take a lead, but they don't. And the Wash Squad managing to, I'm pretty sure, not even let more jump score a single point. Yeah, it went 85 to nothing. Wash Squad getting their first win of the set. As we go to game 4, we may potentially see a reverse sweep.
Here comes iShow Speed, right? He wants to back up into this. TP played that very well up on the squad with iShow Speed, but as well, I just feel like the whole entire squad itself played an extremely well aggression push towards the first minute of that entry that we saw there. And you did quote, it is really hard to do that. I fully agree. To get that right off the bat, and a team like this squad that they have here up in this matchup against more jump, they can really upset more jump here.
Yeah, and we see the next match is going to be Tower Control Hagglefish. This is a snowballing map. This can lead, so if one team loses control of their elbow, and whenever losing, there's a good chance that we may see a KO with this match. What do we expect for comps with this? Do we expect the same comps to be run, or do we see, or maybe we may see the Dreadringer swap
Yeah.
weapons? Maybe swap
possibly.
to Tri-Strikes?
It could be a doable factor, but I definitely still see those blasters getting played. I see
Right.
maybe the leader or the pencils still getting played. I think it's just probably going to come down to the same comp, but we're about to see it here, Aiden. Let's see, is there anything different?
We see Vanilla Leader for Giga Clock, but we see ultimately the same comp, I believe, for both. Ultimately, the same comp for both teams outside of Vanilla Leader.
All right, we are moving forward up into this one. Tower control now activated in this matchup. Actually, Speed getting taken down by Vaporeon.
To go down onto the side of what more jump. Three go down. It's already off to the rails with the trades after trades. Two down on both sides. Reef Slider immediately used to punish to destroy the bubble, but getting immediately punished. Two down onto the side of more jump, and it is already off to an insane start.
Yeah, Wash Squad, they want to build back up into this series, just like how we got to see that last one. They had the entry engages, and there goes Wash Squad, able to get more picks here up on this more jump team. And maybe more jump can kind of reset here, stall fourth, get their team ready to go for this next fight, because it's going to be extremely hard with the Reef Slider coming in. Oh my gosh, that was so close.
Junior just barely managing to survive that Reef Slider, but and now we see Wash Squad taking tower and making sure and just getting as many points as possible to go down onto the side of Wash Squad. And now we may see the push stop as the Wash Squad has to fall back. But never mind, Show Speed is showing that he's the best with the Sea Blaster, getting one pick, preventing any further pushes, any further lockouts from more jump space.
Yeah, and more jump will have to try and build back up into this still, as we're now getting to see Wash Squad try and push this one back. Reef Slider up online here. If you are Toaster, you also get the cans activated as well. But, I mean, Angel got taken out there.
More jump. 3 down. Oh, this is a prime opportunity for Wash Squad to take more points, but Tuck with the blaster just managing to get picks as many picks as possible and just stop any potential push from happening. But 2 go down, 3 go down onto the side of the Wash Squad, and it's a soft wipeout as the 52 respawns quickly and is just trying to shark in their elbow, but it doesn't work. And we see that Wash Squad is going to take first check, riding tower up to the elbow, getting 2 with more jump, getting 2 more down.
Oh.
The blaster, Tuck, can Tuck manage to stop the tower? They do. They stop the tower rider, but not before Wash Squad grabs checkpoint 2, and now it's going to be really hard for more jump to take lead here. The more checkpoints that get broken during tower control, the harder it's going to be, especially on maps like this with the very established checkpoints and very hard to break choke points.
Yeah, and I think Wash Squad has a better special kit here with all the weapons that they're running, right? And all the specials. I think they're playing it really, really well into More and More Jump, but More and More Jump, they want to try and get back up into this. It seems to be every single time that they are trying to get back up into it, it's a hard possibility to even manage and confirm.
Right. We see the 52 pop whales. The whales somehow track somebody behind the 52, only to get taken, and they get taken out by Toaster on the Dread Ringer. The bubble goes out onto Switch, but it gets shredded, forcing the Junior to back up. 52 under 10, but getting taken out. 1 down on both sides, 2 down on the side of Wash Squad. There's 15 seconds left for one more jump to actually make another push, but Wash Squad is really making sure that doesn't happen. They want Wash Squad stuck in their base. They want Wash Squad, or they want more jump is stuck in their base. They want more jump to not touch the tower, which is what happens, and Wash Squad manages to take game 4, bringing us to game 5 for semis.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. I show speed now. Proving that cell here. TP Toaster. They're all doing great here with this one. As it's really exciting. I can't wait to see what else happens here, as it is 2-2, just like how you said, Aiden. More and More Jump in Washed Squad at match points. Taking on our map 5. Which our game mode for that, folks, is Splat Zones. So we're back at the beginning.
We're back to Splat Zones, and
do we get to see More and More Jump take that advantage? Because More and More Jump did have that advantage.
They did. They did win the first Zones match of Mako Mart, but we do see that the Zones match the Zones map this time is Ship-Shape Cargo Co.
Cargo. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Well, I can most definitely say, and we've been confirming this the whole entire time, Tuck and ISHO Speed are still going to be matching their kits.
Right.
We're going to be seeing that same thing.
I believe
we're probably still going to see Pencil and E-Leader as well.
I think we might just see same comps all around, actually.
Yeah. I fully agree, especially when you're this deep into a series. You want to play what you're comfortable on throughout the series, and I think that is what the players are going to do. So, yeah, we're both up on the same line of things. We're up on the same track. We're just rolling forward here.
We have V Junior is really V Junior as well. We're gonna see Angel potentially with a potentially Junior again. There's most likely we're most likely going to see that Junior come out, and those bubbles are going to be really good for holding zone. Actually, that's one of my plays I make with bubble, to further hold down zone and just prevent any paint from being put onto it to score more. And we see same comp for more jump, and same comp on Wash Squad.
Here we go, Aiden, in the community of our shopping spree. We are here up on Cargo map number 5, up in the series of our semi-final here against these two teams. More and More Jump and Wash Squad. They're taking it here, and you already get to see one of the squads doing a very, very good job here, Aiden.
Yeah, but we see Wash Squad go 2 down immediately as the More and More Jump takes zone, and it starts scoring, getting 40 points down. The other 2 members go down on Wash Squad, leaving just the 2 members of Wash Squad of ISHO Speed and the Pen just left alone to try to make a push in. This may be the fastest game yet. We're already down to 25 ticks left, and I don't think Wash Squad hasn't been able to leave their spawn yet. They have Reef Slider ready though. There's 10 ticks left. They have to.
more
they have
jump.
to paint now. Can they Reef Cheese it in just enough? They neutralize it. Can they paint to stop? But they're 2 down.
I don't think they're gonna do
know
it.
if they have the paint, but. Wait, 2 down on the side of more jump. 3
Wait a
down.
minute.
It's just Tuck left.
Bang!
They managed to get zone just in time. 3 ticks remaining, just preventing the immediate KO and making sure that they still have a fighting chance for this game 5 to make it to finals.
Oh my gosh, the absolute chaos that we've gotten to see here. More and more jump just causing chaotic moments for this Washed Squad team. And now you're getting to see it flip now for Washed Squad. Washed Squad now has the lead for themselves, but now they gotta build back up to that 3. They have plus 71. And now, if you are more and more jump, now you're back up in control. Do you have specials to counter their other specials? Yes.
Yep, we see Wash Squad holding down zone, just like just out of range of every member of More Jump. And we see Aisha Speed playing around in pit, but doesn't manage to get a pick onto Vaporeon. Only to get traded out by Dreadringer before Dreadringer themselves gets picked off. We see the splashdown come out to further paint zone, capping it for more jump. More jump really wanting to get this lead. TP being forced to jump out, unfortunately, due to pressure, and we see Wash Squad back in the same spot we saw at the beginning of this match. Back stuck in their base.
Up on
They
the
get
ice shell.
splashdown cancel, and now we see Wash Squad desperately trying to paint up, but they don't paint up enough. As More Jump manages to paint over all forms of paint, and that Wash Squad puts down. We see the splashdown managing
Oh,
to
the missile shots.
paint over, and we see back and forth the zone painting back and forth as we see penalty points just slowly decay.
Really, really incredible here as now we are getting to see this Washed Squad team build back up into more and more jumps. Team lead here by the 3 remaining. Reef Slider up online. That Reef Slider can dominate the back end. But let's see up on how that gets placed. Reef Slider goes up in. Doesn't find it.
Top left. And the jump in, getting 2 with the jump in splashdown, a move that you don't typically see, but it working out just fine. We see another two members go down onto the side of Wash Squad. When 2 go down both sides, it's just Tuck left on the more jump, needing to prevent any further pushes, which they are doing just fine enough. But Tuck eventually goes down, but manages to stall long enough for the rest of the team to make a push back into mid. We see 2 down on the side of Wash Squad. More Jump has control over the zone. It's just Lily at this point, and they are forced to back out. There's 25 seconds left. 28 ticks left on the clock. Do we see a last second push? Do we see overtime? We have Reef Slider, but the Reef Slider gets cancelled. No, and there's less than 10 ticks remaining of the game, and it's just TP left alive. The Junior goes out, and the bubble goes out, and that's game. And More Jump makes it to grand finals after game 5.
Game set win here for more jump. Wash Squad unfortunately going down the drain here, getting washed as their squad just went down. I'm sorry, I lost words there, chat. But more jump having this game set win here up in the series. Beautiful series alone for a semi-final. But to update y'all up on what's been happening throughout the bracket, I think we can most definitely say now we have more jump taking on hashtag swag. So unfortunately we don't have tung sahur, but
we don't have
we have a number 2
rematch for
seed.
groups. But we do have
Yeah, number 2 seed and number
seed
3.
versus 3. While
Yeah.
and meanwhile, Wash Squad and Tung Sahur will be battling for 3rd place. Honestly, I can see that set going either way. I think both teams have a good chance to win that set. But
I agree. Yeah.
But for now, we have one set to focus on. The most important set. In the most important set, actually. This is Gold Bracket Grand Finals of More Jump and #swag.
Yeah, #swag having a dominant 3-0 series sweep against Tung Sahur. But More Jump having a longer series than what #swag had. So I think this is going to be hard for More Jump just because they played longer up in the series. They probably wanted to finalize the series way before the match got further up in. But we did get to see from our last match with More Jump, they were trying to complete the matchup from the earlier on. And More Jump did have the lead, but unfortunately, it shifted. So I feel like now having this be C2 and C3, will it be close? Maybe.
It might be close, but honestly, as we have kind of seen from these sets, I don't think at this point seeds do not like they should theoretically show that it will be a close set, but actually I don't. But as we saw with the Seed 27 and Seed 5 match, I don't know anymore. These
Yeah. No matter what we see from this one, Aiden, we can most definitely say that More Jump and #swag, they did everything that they can to get here. They went through their groups, they played their, ways throughout the bracket, and I think it's now just a moment of telling for this final here. So
Yep.
I can't wait to see it, Aiden. I bet our Twitch community can't wait to see it. But if you had a prediction up on score lines, what do you think this one would be?
Well, I think we may see. I'm not sure if we've seen #swag yet, but I think more Jump will. Off the set win of Game 5, we may see More Jump with a lot more confidence and will be able and potentially taking a lot more aggressive, being a lot more aggressive, feeling more confident and motivated with more momentum on their side to potentially be more to potentially take the win.
I see that. Yeah, I mean, More Jump might have that possibility, but I'm gonna have a different prediction. Obviously, we can't have it one-sided. So I'm gonna do #swag. #swag's gonna go 3-1 here. They're gonna win up in the 4th map of this set. We're still gonna go a little further up in, but I don't see this one reaching Game 5. I just don't. I feel like #swag is gonna have more use, but I could be very, very wrong. We got to see the matchup of Tuck and IShowSpeed with the Seed Blasters, so let's see if Tuck can provide that with More Jump into #swag. Here we go, folks. Grand finals of our night.
The same comp coming out for More Jump, and we see
Odian Zappa.
We see Nzap, Dapple Nouveau, Slosher, and Hydra. A very unconventional backline, but a backline nonetheless. We see the Gal immediately go down on the side of More Jump, and we're already off to the races. With the bubble going out, trying to hold as much space as possible, but not holding. But had 2 go down on the side of More Jump. It's a wipeout on More Jump. #swag immediately pushing into the enemy space. They have a reslider ready in case they ever want to take that ramp area. and this is
Yeah.
already off to a big start.
Yeah, a good story is about to get written here. Hashtag swag. Oh, they're going in. They get the pick. The shield does go down, but the splashdown here from the other does go in. More jump. Can they flip this one? Yes, they
They
can.
do. We see the Dapples manage to make a jump in. But manage to make a jump in and start sharking behind, but they have to jump out as more and more people know of their location.
75 and going below here. As more jump, they want to push their selves forward here. They don't want to lose control. Oh, that's a little
Hydra,
dead way.
Hydra gunning down the gal. Unfortunately, just hold the long stream of fire, just constantly holding as much pressure as possible. We see the bubble go out, but immediately countered by the slider. But Swag or more jump still has zone, and they take lead actually. Despite being 2 down, they hashtag Swag hasn't painted enough. They didn't paint enough, and we see hashtag Swag or more jump take lead, and potentially all they have to do now is hold.
Yeah, more jump here, sitting at 20. Hashtag swag sitting at 27. It's now more jump. Oh, no,
we see a
hashtag
DC.
swag.
We see a DC onto the side of more jump, but unfortunately,
Oh, that's unlucky.
due to DC rules, it's not applicable for the match, or like DC rules no longer apply, and now more jump has to play, or yeah, no, actually hashtag swag has to play with the DC on their team, and unfortunately they go down.
Yeah.
They get a wipe. More jump wipes out hashtag swag, and we may see more jump start taking full advantage of the lack of the 4th member. But 2 go down on the side of hashtag. 2 go down on the side of more jump, pushing them back to zone. Actually, they may only have one. They may only have 3 members, but they're not going to let that stop them as 2 go down from specials, and they take zone once again. We see basically a soft wipe off as more jump retreats back to their base. It's very possible we see the 3v4 the 3v4 comeback story.
Very close here, Aiden. Fully agree with you. Still, we could be seeing this one flip more forward for hashtag swag, depending if they can get back up into this one. But I mean, you have more jumps sitting at a better number here. You have your specials up online, and
that number is going farther down. It's going down to 5 takes. They need to take point now, but they neutralize it only for it to immediately get capped again, and more jump takes game 1 of the set.
Really well done there by more jump. Hashtag swag, though, fortunately losing that first Splat Zones map. Well, I can most definitely say, to one of us are correct so far. But, yeah, a tower control being next. If it were to go back into a Game 5 scenario, Splat Zones, without the DC, I feel like hashtag swag would have won that. I feel like that would have been hashtag swag's map.
There is a chance. I mean, we did see. I mean, it all depends on the retakes. The hashtag swag was able to make good plays for retakes, even with the DC, but it required their specials. It did require their specials to kind of to paint over the zone and just displace all of more jump, getting picks with both, but we will see. It all, after all, it would depend on the zones map. If we see zones umami, that definitely would throw a slight wrench into into how hashtag swag plays for openings. But we'll see. For now, we have to focus on tower control Mako Mart.
Yeah, and Mako Mart, really good map to play range up on here, and I think Geek Clock can definitely provide this here for more jump. We've gotten to see an E-leader play from Geek Clock. So we're probably going to see what we saw from our last previous series, where Tuck matches with the Blaster, and I'll say this. The Blaster damage up on tower, if anyone's sticking up on tower, you gotta be a little afraid for the C Blaster. So I see Tuck running the Blaster. But Porygon and Angel, I feel like they're probably going to stick to something that they're really comfortable up on. But hashtag swag, definitely not out of this one yet. We did get to see an NZAP. Maybe we will be seeing an NZAP still be played here up on this tower. But will we get to see the special of cans, colas?
Well,
Let's see.
we'll see. We see the same comp come out, and
Yep,
we see
NZAP.
and we see more. We see very similar comps, although we did swap 2 Bubble Hydra. Now we see Tuck on the custom blaster. Custom blaster really good for this map. It can use its AoE very effectively. Slosher goes down. Bubble goes out onto the side of more jumps stack, and we see Tuck, as I said, already pushing up, managing to
Nice
pick
peek.
onto 2. One of them being the Hydra. So we see hashtag Swag's backline go down, making it possible to make a better play. But without the backline, but no backline, no problem. We see hashtag Swag immediately pick up pieces and start taking out more jump.
Yeah, more jump. And hashtag swag doing both a great job here. E-leader from Geek Clock just sitting up in the back. Barrier up on tower. As now we're getting to see Fiend provide some ink coverage there. Tuck playing careful with Geek O'Clock. Geek O'Clock is going to try and peek a corner here, possibly get a pick. The NZAP is going to provide some morale here for the squad. Reef Slider up online here. They're getting past checkpoint 1 with a recon up onto Swag.
We see hashtag Swag take first check while
Oh, the missiles.
We see the Dapples. Hey, it's kind of short in quotes.
Oh, the Reef!
The Reef Slider goes out, but doesn't manage to get a pick, and instead gets picked off himself. And we Tuck, they're taking as much of an aggressive position as they can, getting a one hit onto the Slosher, but the Slosher jumps out before they can before Tuck can hit the second shot. And now they just have to try to prevent any more pushes. Because hashtag Swag did get down to 31 points. They broke second check. Second check being one of the hardest to break on this map. So if you can break
really
this,
well done.
if you can break second check,
Swag.
that's essentially game. I mean, that's essentially like you are in the lead until otherwise.
I agree with you here, Aiden, but we still got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. That's a lot of time here still to play. Up
We see
on
the Dapples
Marts.
make a flanking play onto both the junior and the leader. The junior and leader both focusing on the Dapples, but nobody on tower until now. And the leader unfortunately goes down. They get pinched very hard, forcing the junior to have to jump out.
Ooh, okay, special getting used here from the NZAP. Also, Ink Strike's getting popped here.
Ink Strike's getting popped. We have the Hydra with the bubble ready. They place the bubble on a tower. They place the bubble on tower to really hold on as much as to hold on and get as many points as they can. The tower now running past where the checkpoint is. They're now counting down, get down to 26, but before eventually going down.
Yeah, those numbers are scary, especially that 26 number. If you or more jump. You want to try and go back up into that. You want to get past the checkpoints. Oh my gosh!
The reef
Eagle
slider,
Claw.
the wave
Oh!
breaker kill. There you go.
But Porygon
Now
doing a
onto
great
the
job.
hashtag swag. And Zap just painting up. More Jump has the perfect opportunity to make as many points as they can. They just have to play this right and not overextend. The tri-strikes go out. They leave tower for a second, and with that, they let tower get taken by hashtag swag to push away from their base. 45 seconds left. More Jump has to break through one check. Has to break through checkpoint 2 and get a bit of change on that as well.
Here we go. We're
Will
gonna
we
see what
see it?
happens. Final 30. Special up online here for the 52. Could be dangerous, depending. But yeah, I mean, 58.
All of hashtag swag is playing around their plat. They know that is the hardest choke point to get past. So if they hold that one choke point, there isn't much that more Jump can do. More Jump gets on
Back up on it.
gets on tower, but 2 go down. Dude, that's the junior place bubble on tower. They do, unfortunately, and now the
Oh, wait,
problem
they're
with
getting
that
aggressive.
though is that
Oh,
bubble
the
is
52. Oh.
the GG strikes come out just when the tower is close enough, and it manages to get hashtag swag their first win of the set.
Now it's 1-1. Hashtag swag getting their win back here. Their morale as, hey, no DC that one.
Yeah, they didn't get
No
a DC.
disconnection. But really well played here from more Jump there towards the ends. I felt that it was a little slow towards the beginning from more Jump. They were trying to find their footing, but hashtag swag, great job by them.
Right, I think now I do have some thoughts about the bubble on tower. um, as a junior player, I think the bubble could have worked, but arguably it would have been better for the bubble to get placed maybe a bit forward off of the track of the tower, because a fun fact about bubble with tower control: if you place a bubble on tower, it has less HP. It has less HP than usual. So with that, the enemy team was able to shred bubble easier because of the less HP helpful. But we go into game 3,
All right.
which is Clam Scorch.
All right, here we go. Game 3, Clam Blitz here up on the line. It's going to be close. Let's see what happens here, though. Oh, okay. Trying to get a pick here to use with the special. Oh, Tuck able to find one. Well, find their death, actually. But, yeah, this is looking good so far.
We see more Jump. We see the gal trying to their best to get picks off onto hashtag swag, which they do. They get two kills on hashtag swag with Dapples respawning and the Slosher back at respawn. They get the first push with power clans, but go 2 down in the process, and Hydra is now set in position and will fire upon any oncomers who enters their sight line.
Yeah, more Jump currently with the lead right now, sitting at 80 plus 10. They have a football ready to go. The entrance towards that basket. 3:40 up on the clock. They do lose
Get on top of top mid.
2-0 in the pencil.
Take out the gal. 3 go down. It's just the junior left. They don't have, and because they use bubble on top mid, they don't have any way to they don't have an effective way to prevent them outside of maybe R button spamming, but that's not enough. And despite the wipeout going on to hashtag swag, they do end up taking lead and that lead is going to stay for a long while as
Wow.
they had time. They had the because of how many points they scored. They ended up
Double
having
football.
their basket. They had their basket open for longer, but all that didn't matter as you get 2 power claims in, bringing the score down to 50 with an immediate lead swap back to more jump.
One more jump. Great job there. Tuck providing a lot from the custom blaster. There goes Tuck. Rotating. Great way to rotate.
Tuck
Just breaking
rotates.
through again.
Three still up on the side of hashtag swag, and we see Tuck backing out respectfully, making sure to not overextend as much, holding their ground with their AOE and we see hashtag swag kind of stuck in their base, not really able to leave as a more jump just holds down mid pretty perfectly. But as soon as I say that, we see Tuck go down, both sides one down, Restarter comes out, takes out the pen, and now it is perfect opportunity for hashtag swag to make another push and potentially take lead here.
Let's see what happens here. Ooh, hashtag swag. They break through the barrier. They're trying to build some more, but they don't have any claims
They go
to get
three
back.
down. It's just the Zap, and Zap is already backed out. They realized it was a dead push, and so they backed out to throw out Cooler and get jumps in. They're trying to get use out of the Cooler. Which they do. Dapples rush in, get one pick onto Member on top mid, and
Wow,
manages to push into
Vaporeon.
the base, but Gal managing to take out 2 members.
Ooh, Vaporeon getting taken out there, but no worries. Vaporeon being a showstopper here. Ooh, nice little bomb play there. Final 45 seconds.
2 members go down on the side of more jump. We see the Dapples playing around on the ramp, but having to back out. They just all it takes is one power clam and actually one singular small clam. It just takes 23 points to take the lead here. Not much. It is definitely doable. The Hydra does have that power clam that we are talking about. They get the jump in. They only need to. They get the jump in. They do, but it's not where they wanted. And now they lose their power clam, and game 3 goes to more jump.
Big oof moments. Very interesting. I don't know what to say about that.
More jump really utilizing their strengths to take game 1, to take that game. They managed to get an early push, which even though it was only 20 points, it was still enough to take lead and get that early momentum. And
Also,
even though more jump actually, funnily enough, only scored with power claims that game.
yeah, more jump able to get this one here. So, no worries, chat. I know that we're witnessing a tad bit of stream lag, but it happens. It happens. It happens for me sometimes. But it's sad to say, but no worries. We're doing our best here, even with the lag. We're trying to still provide some coverage, and we're trying our best here. So I give credit to us 3 behind the scenes, as our production member, and ourselves, our broadcasters, doing a great job. Giga Clock, Tuck, Vaporeon, Angel Care, Dorado Swag, Jones, Sheba Swag, Fiend. It's gonna go very, very good here. But we're going to our next map set, or map 4, which will be Rainmaker. More and more jump, they might have the better possibilities here. You've gotten to see it from our previous couple series. But yeah, I'm excited.
Yep, we have Game 4 of Rainmaker Undertow. Very, very easy. It's like fun. I'd say fun map. It is very like choke heavy, I'd say, but get through that choke and you can easily make a push. The junior is going to be really good for actually both defense and offense, because on defense it can further lock down that choke point. And also on offense, it can actually open, like if they find an opening, that bubble can provide enough space and time to push into further into that choke point and potentially get a KO. So we will see what happens. We see same comp coming out from both sides again.
Alright, map 4 here. One more jump leading this up into #swag. As we get to see chases up all night.
3 go down onto the side of 3 go down, wipe out onto the side of more jump. #swag immediately taking Rainmaker, and there seems to be a disconnect between the team, because the Rainmaker goes to right check instead of left, really preventing what would have been an easy checkpoint grab into turning what would have been an easy checkpoint grab into getting it taken out.
Alright, here we go. They move this one forward. Giga Clock with the squad of
The bubble gets placed, and even though it's immediately taken out by the Reef Slider, it still is enough to force a checkpoint score, taking the lead.
One more jump still wants to move this one forward. You still haven't gotten to see the checkpoint get broken here from #swag. #swag now bringing this one back. The ink strikes are up online. Ink strikes getting popped here. Rainmaker moving forward. Fiend, what can you do? It's not Fiend. No more of that. As Fiend gets taken out.
We see the Reef Slider. We see Reef Slider ready. It gets popped on Spine, but it doesn't get anybody, as the one member was already taken out. But they were able to follow up with onto the gal. But once again, going right check. That is, I'm not sure how much I approve of that. Zap right behind, trying to shark out and just make a flanking play, but I'm not sure if that's going to work. Junior now has bubble, and they place it, furthering themselves away from that zap, and managing to get them even more points.
Yeah, seems to be more and more jump now, sitting at triple threes. Lucky number 3s, people. That's what you want all day and all night. 2 minutes and 35 seconds here, 60 remaining for #swag. They were trying to push it further, but they do lose their dollies. They still have their Enzap there. Can they build up to a special? The special is up online. Oh, but the Enzap gets taken out. Very unfortunate. Reef Slider, no more. As now we are getting to see more and more jump build back up into the 35th.
We see.
Oh, the Reef Slider!
We see more jump, make even more points inside. The Reef Slider comes out, gets 2 people, but Splash comes out trying to pop zone, trying to pop Rainmaker, but again cancelled out by the Rainmaker. But 2 go down onto the side of #swag, and it's absolute chaos.
Oh, here we go, #swag. As you said, you know, it is chaos. It's gonna get more chaotic here, with #swag being up on the Rainmaker. because they need to build back up into this. Ink strikes were used. Reef Slider is trying to build back up. What can the Dollies do? Dollies just doing Dollies things right now. But Rainmaker, here we go. Let's see what hashtag Swag can build up into this. Whoa, really, really big push here from hashtag Swag.
Rainmaker is finally going through it, left check, and they get taken out right at the entrance of the choke, and the more jump is perfect. Manages to grab Rainmaker and prevent any further of a push, but Dapples pop Reslider, managing to get at least 2 members. Booyah Bomb goes out, it's gonna get thrown right at that entrance to the check, but the pen managing to get the really most important pick of the Rainmaker, stopping their push any farther.
Wow, okay, so Fiend gets picked, Vaporeon gets picked here. Final 35, and you have hashtag Swag sitting at
2 down on each side.
remaining.
2 down each side. They actually more jump. Actually resets the Rainmaker.
But Aiden,
And 3 go down.
One
It's
more.
a wipeout. There's 20 seconds left. All more jump needs to do.
They just gotta hold it.
To win this set. They just have to hold. They have to hold the Rainmaker.
Oh,
and
they're back
bring it
in.
back to base. They're back.
We're like,
backing
yep,
up.
no.
They're preventing anybody from popping. And with that, more jump manages to take the game, and with that, more jump wins shopping spree 13.
Very, very well done here from more jump. Waymo, if you are a squid, or Vimo. But here we go. I could most definitely say that we are all squids here up in this one. And we're just, making it perfect. We're inking, we're going crazy. But what a game. Geek O'Clock doing a well done job, Tuck doing a well done job. But more jump, wonderful way to do it here against hashtag Swag. What a good run though from hashtag Swag. They had a series win of 3-0 before this grand final, but can't always underestimate score lines. And I think having more jumps, see and realize that 3-0 sweep, they really locked in here, and it was a well done victory here from more jump. But Aiden, before we go, do you have anything to say about these two teams that you kind of saw throughout the match that highlighted a moment for you?
I think not the best moments to point out, but I feel as though more jump managed to play off perfectly on the hashtag Swag's count misplays. Actually, I feel as though the Zap trying to make a sharking flank behind more jump ended up working poorly for them, as more jump ended up just pushing forward into hashtag Swag's base, getting as much score as possible, and even as I brought up at the time, used bubble to further prevent that flank from happening.
Yeah, they did a really well done job. More jump did a fantastic job. Hashtag Swag though, definitely a well-deserved way to get up into the finals. I don't want to underestimate the squad too much, because I feel like they can most definitely come back into another bracket and win a final. It's very doable.
Hashtag Swag does have the. I will say hashtag Swag does have the skill and opportunity to
it just comes down to like mechanics. You know what I mean? Like it comes down to that macro play. But that was all from us here. It's been me, Naya, and on the side of me, Aiden. I want to appreciate you, Aiden, for being here for our bracket format right after work too. Yep. So you've had a long day so far, but
it has been a long
chat,
day, yes.
We also want to appreciate you guys for sticking around and witnessing a little bit of the stream lag there and then, but we really do appreciate you guys understanding on the stream itself. So thank you so much. Thanks for supporting us as broadcasters and also our production as well. So we really do appreciate you, and we hope to see you again in Shopping Spree number 18 really, really soon. But yeah, it's been me, Naya. Oh yeah, number 14, yeah. But yeah, it's been me, Naya, and Aiden. I just want this done and over with, so we're gonna close it here. But yeah, it's been a fantastic one, everyone. We hope to see you very, very soon here for the next Shopping Spree events.
Have a good day, everyone, or good night.